This project will discuss Ireland's media in all its forms, including radio, television, and digital broadcasts, while also analyzing the characteristics and flaws of the media as well. To begin with, Ireland's 2024 World Press Freedom Index is ranked 8 out of 180 nations with a global score of precisely 85.59. Ireland has a population of 5,233,461 and a literacy rate of 99%. Its main languages are English and Gaelic, and Ireland's political system is a parliamentary republic with two chambers called the Lower House and the Upper House. Ireland is a unitary state with their central government in control of almost all public policy. Although they have a directly elected president, the president's role is mostly ceremonial and has limited power over public policy. Ireland has recently dropped 6 ranks as of May 3, 2024, according to the Irish Times, which cites government attempts to suppress a journalist through the issuing of legal proceedings. The Reporters Without Borders organization responsible for the index rankings has stated that Ireland is a place where politicians have subjected media outlets to judicial intimidation. As of 2023, the sole Irish-owned media groups of scale are public service medias, which are state-owned, and the Irish Times Group. Much of the larger media outlets that present news to the Irish population are owned by other countries, including Belgium, Germany, England, and the United States. Ireland is home to 5.02 million, which is 99% of their population, internet users in January 2024, according to Data Reportal. Ireland has 4.01 million social media users, over 79% of the population using at least one platform. RTE News Online is the most popular online news brand, with 24% of the population accessing their site weekly. Here is a visual representation from TAM demonstrating the different screen media that Ireland consumes in minutes per day using streamed content, TV broadcasts, and video sharing platforms. As you can see, TV is the primarily consumed form of screen media, with the younger age groups and adults consuming more screen time in this format than either of the other two categories. To the right are some other statistics on digital media consumption based on media group, with the highest being RTE News Online. The top TV programs in Ireland include The Late Late Toy Show, a talk show popular with both children and adults, as well as sports broadcasts taking up the rest of the top most viewed channels. Political news broadcasts are also viewed by many when there are such occurrences as emergency addresses to the public. Iconic Media is the largest newspaper group in Ireland, which includes 24 regional newspapers. They have acquired these publications through acquisitions from River Media, Johnston Press, and Alpha Newspaper Group. Some of the other most popular Ireland newspapers are the Irish Times, the Irish Independent, the Irish Examiner, the Sunday World, the Business Post. Irish editions of British papers include publications such as the Times and the Sunday Times, the Irish Sun and its Sunday edition, the Irish Daily Star, the Irish Mirror and its Sunday edition, the Irish Daily Mail, and the Irish Mail on Sunday. 2023 figures from Kantar, a British global data, insights, and consulting company, suggest that 2.67 million people read papers online in Ireland, nearly as many as those accessing them in print form, which is 2.74 million, although there has recently been a drop-off in print media. 3.4 million people in Ireland listen to the radio daily. 83% of over 15-year-olds listen to Irish radio on a daily basis. Radio accounts for 88% of all audio listening in Ireland. Morning Ireland is the most popular radio show in Ireland with a reach of 434,000 people. The second most popular is Joe Duffy's Live Line with 370,000 listeners. The third most popular is the Late Late host Ryan Tubridy with 330,000 listeners. 95% of all Ireland's listening happens on AM/FM radio, and listeners tune in for more than 4 hours daily. Additionally, over 25% of Irish adults have downloaded a radio app. Ireland has had issues in the past with censorship, with legislative practices motioning to eradicate or exclude topics that would threaten the status quo or disagree with conservative beliefs. A study showed that news coverage of politicians during election cycles are found to be generally negative or critical, which mirrors much of the news broadcasts that we see in the US. One issue with Ireland's media is its outsourced ownership. A good deal of Ireland's media companies are owned by other nations, such as Virgin Media Television, which is owned by the US conglomerate Liberty Global. Additionally, much of Ireland's media is run by only a select few big companies such as Media Hui Ireland, a newspaper, and RTE Broadcasting. Another issue in Irish media is in regards to gender and sexuality. A study found that there was a lack of coverage on female political candidates in the 2016 Ireland election, which raises concerns that their media does not showcase enough information about certain politicians based solely on their gender. Irish print media has also notoriously been based towards promotion of misleading narratives surrounding victims of AIDS and HIV. Sports and entertainment are a primary focus of Ireland's media content. demonstrating that the engagement interests of the Irish population are centered around these concepts in terms of their viewing habits and sources of enjoyment. Biases and political leanings cloud the neutrality of Ireland's broadcasts. For example, the dominant political party, Fianna Fáil, is conservative-leaning, with Christian beliefs that favor anti-immigration and anti-contraception stances. This causes a divisiveness in Irish political spheres, with conservative groups disregarding the need for asylum for immigrants as encroachments on their livelihoods. Media that aligns itself with the ideologies of the dominant conservative Irish political party are prone to generate the same kind of dialogues in support, or lack thereof, of policies surrounding these topics. The IRA, the Troubles, and the resulting layout of the Irish geographic landmass has had a lasting impact on Ireland's media coverage. These topics continue to be a thoroughly discussed topic in news regarding Irish nationalism and matters such as conflicting rules between the border of Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland, causing issues with regards to community, employment, and people's lives. There continues to be political unrest regarding these issues, which are in turn reported on by Ireland's media outlets. My forecast for the future of Ireland's media operations is that they will continue to have media conglomerates run their sources of news in television and print for the foreseeable future. The internet and individual statistics of its use in media consumption have not been able to be calculated effectively in Ireland. However, I hypothesize that the internet will continue to be a source of information for a great many of Ireland's people, as it is accessible, accommodates a fast-paced news cycle, and caters to a particular interests and biases through algorithmic structuring. Some news companies have made budget and personnel cuts to their print media bureaus and formats, which I hypothesize will continue to become a more common occurrence as Ireland moves forward and continues to modernize media consumption to fit the growing number of individuals who source their news and entertainment from digital media. The topic of Brexit will also continue to be a key topic of discussion in Ireland's media, as despite Ireland being a separate country from Britain, Northern Ireland lacks the agency that the larger Republic of Ireland maintains, as it is still a part of Great Britain and is subject to its policies and separation regarding its lack of inclusion in the United Kingdom. Here are my citations. Thank you so much for listening. My apologies for this being really late. I've been trying to find a place to live and get a job, and I've been sick, and I'm really sorry.